No, I'm going to drink the coffee. I'm going to have a couple of sips of coffee first, just so the caffeine
kicks in.
Because, it's 20 past.
Oh, no.
Why did you just watch it?
Wait, are you recording this right now?
It is recording, yeah. I thought it was going to start.
That's a good start. Make their beer so cheap is they actually buy the bottom of the barrel.
Quick.
I forgot that happened to you.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Aaron
I'm Gareth.
from the In Detail podcast, and I have wet crotch. So does Gareth. And so does David, just because he's happy to see us. Today we've got
David.
David.
This is
So, those who don't know, David owns Spitfire Collection.
That's correct.
And those that are close to us, that have been in and out over the last, how long, few months or so, would have seen that you're working quite closely with us.
Yeah, 'cause I've not really introduced you in any of the YouTube videos as well.
No. So some might have seen David. He started working with us, just doing some part-time hours.
Yeah, helping.
But
out.
your full-time kind of venture
is about the products.
Is products.
Yeah, that's the route that I want to go down. But about this podcast, I don't really want to talk about it too much because I want to talk more about how I got to know you guys, and about how we
want
this.
we want to let people know who you are.
What you do.
Yeah. So
I don't care about.
It's a weird one as well because it's the first time we've had someone on where we've been working with them all day, and then we're like, right,
We're all talked out.
We'll do a podcast now then.
So today, David's been working with you on that Merc, getting it all shiny, wheels coated, paintwork's going to be coated tomorrow. Well, I've been working away on this Mini. So we've spent all day together.
Oh yeah,
and we've purposely said to you not to do any talking at all, so we can save it all for tonight.
Save your jokes.
Yeah,
that's difficult. That's difficult.
Yeah. So I can just roll my eyes on camera instead. But yeah, so we wanted to we've been talking about getting you on for
quite a while,
ages now. Just have a chat because, to be fair, from when we first met, and we have had these conversations between ourselves about how, to be honest, quite what's the word? In awe? No. I like what you're doing with your products and what you're doing to market them, but I admire. That's it. I that's it. I'm tired. That's why I need that.
I was doing a young Jamie.
Yeah. Admire.
I think for me, I just want to be different. Now we know that in any market, the saturation. There's a lot out there that people can buy now.
Yeah.
The web is filled with things to purchase to fulfill people's needs.
So saturated, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm really passionate about cars. I love cars from a young age. I remember going on holiday actually with my family once. It was in Spain near Malaga, I think it was, and I was only young. I must have been like 11, 12, and I remember seeing my first Lamborghini Aventador.
So was this like 3 years ago?
What? Because that's what I look like now. Just let you know, disclaimer.
Sorry. I threw him off.
No, that's throwing me off. You know what though? Still, when I go to the supermarket, they ask me for ID, so I take that as a compliment in some respect. Yeah, I do. If I ever go buy anything, they'll always
you've got
40 years.
I got ID'd. They didn't serve me. I can't remember what it was. It was like Asda or Tesco. They were like, "Sorry, can't serve you." I'm like, "You're joking? I've got white hairs."
I remember years ago, this is massively off topic, but I remember years ago, someone, I think it was like my missus at the time, was like, she tried to buy something, she didn't have her ID, and I was like, I'll just get it then. This is my ID. And she was like, I can't sell it yet.
Oh, yeah, no, that's what happened to me. Yeah, that's it. Because P went to buy it.
No, I get it, because it looks like I'm buying it
but
from
yeah.
The amount of times I've gone with Molly to the supermarket and then she's bought something, but I've not followed her because they end up asking you for both ID.
Yeah.
So I
Really?
Yeah, so I end up just like,
separate.
yeah, so I go walking off and just leave a line
I've done it
together.
before. Yeah, just pretend you're saying strangers.
Yeah, and then walk out together at the exit.
That's just roleplay, really. Strangers.
Fancy seeing you here.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, you were 12.
Lamborghini
11, 12.
Aventador.
Lamborghini.
Yeah, so I remember seeing it for the first time. It was obviously the first series of the Aventador. I can't remember. There's lots of different numbers, like obviously Porsche. They do all these 9.2s and whatever. And I was there and I was ecstatic. You know, it was sort of like a childhood dream. You know, big V12, the sound. I remember them like lifting the doors up because I was like celebrating. It was just a moment in my life that I was like, I sort of understood that. I knew that's what I wanted to be part of, you know. And more than I would love to own one of these cars, I also see sort of the other side of it where as I've grown up, I've also matured with cars as well. Like I do love like Lamborghinis, Ferraris, but also as I've got older, I've started to appreciate sort of the older cars as well. Like some of the cars you guys have had in,
But
have
to
been
be honest,
fantastic.
I think I've noticed a change in you over the last like few months where we've been trying to like convince you
Like, right.
that supercars and
cars are better.
hypercars aren't all that, but
No.
look at this 90s clapped out Merc.
Yeah.
This is a proper car.
Well, supercars, they are all that, but like older ones.
Yeah.
You see, like now, like I've come to realise like Aventador back in 2012 was the one, but now these days I like ones that are investments. Like I was talking to you about the Murcielago the other day, the SCs and stuff like that. Like the gated manuals and things, and you just think like they're proper road cars. Like
proper road
you get in there,
cars,
you start it up, and you connect.
Yeah,
and
well,
that's
it's like I was watching. I was catching up on Matt Armstrong.
yeah.
So he did the Revuelto.
Revolto.
Is it Revuelto?
I say Revolto.
Revuelto.
I thought it had an E after the V.
It's like a Rus, or I've heard people say
Revelto.
Eurus.
Sure it is. Revolto.
Anyway,
I'm
yeah.
sure. I could be
But whatever it is, the
no,
revolting
we've got
thing.
the power of the world at our fingertips.
Revuelt. I thought it was
Revolto.
Revuel.
How do you spell it?
V-U-E.
REV. Oh god,
I don't know.
I don't even know how you spell it. But all of Lamborghini's names, like for example, Aventador, apparently
They're all fighting
stands,
bulls.
yeah, Raging Bull.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Revul. REVUEL.
Yeah, that's right. Revuelto.
Revuelto, yeah.
Yeah,
Revuelto.
that's what I
Okay.
mean. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
Revuelto. He had the Revuelto. He built
Maybe it's
that.
Revuel.
Revuelto.
Like Jewel. Jewel is D.
Revuel.
If there's any Italians who watch this,
Yeah. Don't shoot us. Don't shoot us. Anyway, we digress.
Sorry, that was
Oh, we're tired. It's been a long day.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
going to be a lot of noises coming
that
out.
was a broken
I'm glad it wasn't me.
But yeah, he built this.
Revuelto.
Yeah.
It's called. Anyway, he built a Lambo.
But yeah, he built a Lambo, but it was all hybrid. It was all this, that, whatever. And it was like, it's just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can appreciate him, but and I think he felt the same way.
Yeah.
But now, well, I say now, the video I've been watching now, which is one of the later ones, he's got an Aventador V12,
Yeah.
and it's like that was almost like the last of the proper Lambos.
It's a different breed, naturally
Yeah.
Is that the one
aspirated
that he
V12.
takes to Italy?
Well, I'm
Don't
not
know.
sure.
Maybe I don't know. I've not got that yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, this has probably already happened.
He's not saying that I'm going to beat Clarkson in it. It's not that one.
Possibly, but I've
It's
not
not
got
the
to that
latest
video.
one.
You know what?
Not
funny
the latest
enough,
video. No, he's still building the car. He's still fixing
everyone follows him like really tightly. Like I know, obviously he's got a huge following, and it's amazing how many people you hear talk about him. But I've never actually like. I've probably watched like 2 minutes of his video.
really?
Really?
Yeah, I don't actually really like. I don't
You
know.
know what? I got back into automotive YouTube last year since
Yeah.
we moved to
No, it
GNC.
was before that. We were at the old unit.
What? I started getting into.
Yeah, because you used to come down saying like you've been watching my arms.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't-
Maybe it was like more recent, like, but yeah, what I mean is, for years I didn't watch any automotive YouTube at all. Didn't follow any Instagram stuff for automotive stuff. I just kind of lost love for it. But it would have been like fairly close
like a
to
couple
us.
of years ago.
Yeah. And I started kind of watching
Yeah.
again.
It's not because of him either. It's just because I'm exactly what you said. I think I'm just not. My head's not in sort of like the automotive sort of. Because my hobby is also aviation. Obviously, I love aviation, which to me, I like to break up because I'm around cars all the time. I love to take my lifestyle. Obviously, the leisure lifestyle.
That's why I fell out of love with the automotive world, because I was working in it. I had been for a long time. So,
well, the work you were doing was like boring as well.
Yeah,
Now it's more...
it's a lot different now. So it was monotonous. It was the same thing. It was very repetitive. So it was one of those. I kind of fell out of love with the whole automotive world. We used to do a lot of car shows. We've spoke about that before, and it was the same with anything online, videos and whatever. Didn't watch anything. So it was because before that I used to watch Ammo NYC. I used to watch obviously Top Gear, Grand Tour, all them. But yeah, when Matt Armstrong, I'd heard about him but not really watched anything. Then I started watching it and I really got into it just because he does really well.
Oh, he's so inspirational.
No, what I mean is, it's not that. Yeah, he is.
Really good content.
The content
100%.
he nails.
Yeah,
like it hooks you, like to the point where our missuses are watching along when we're watching.
Yeah. Sometimes Matt Armstrong, and I'm like,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah. It's the same with P. Like they just he's there because he's so entertaining. You don't have to be into cars to watch his stuff. And to be honest, that's what I liked about it, and that kind of got me kind of inspired as to like get
I think when you look at his audience as well, his audience, say for example, not everyone obviously, but a certain section or portion of his audience are not going to be everyone who is working on cars 24/7, or they'll have a car themselves and they'll either have their own business or they'll have a job in a different sector, but obviously to them, Matt Armstrong, is an influence and provides them.
He's probably inspired them to work on their own cars.
That's it.
Oh yeah, the amount of people that have like Copart like stocks have probably gone through the roof. Since that, because everyone thinks they're Matt Armstrong. Like the amount of conversations
we talk about him so many times as well, like on podcasts or.
Hoping he sees it and wants to sit down in that chair. Talking to you, Matt. Matthew. Come and join us.
It'd be cool.
Come and join the lads.
Cool.
No, but it's good. It's good because he's a lad who started on I think it was his girlfriend's TT. I think doing the brakes made his first. But do you know what? The reason why he's done so well is because he's been himself.
Yeah.
He's just been Matt. I think, I don't know him personally. Obviously, I can't speak for him, but generally from what I've seen.
You know what? You hear all sorts of stories, and the majority is that he is what he is on camera.
Yeah.
And it kind of, you can kind of tell. I know, obviously, person behind camera can be very different, but in front of camera compared to.
I was listening to a podcast the other day with him on, and he was saying I think it was just after or just before the Gravity thing, because didn't he do it last year as well?
Yeah, I think so.
And he was saying, I think it was just before the Gravity that's just been, that he was on this podcast. It was that guy, I don't know if you've seen him, he's got a camper van. And he interviews people in the back of the camper van.
Yeah, I forgot his name now.
But yeah, he was on that, and he was saying how, like, it really freaks him out, like...
Really?
Because he was at Gravity. I don't know if you saw any clips, but he had security guards.
I saw all the queue,
the
people queuing to see him.
Mental.
Came from to the stand, and he had two guys inside of him because obviously people would have just swamped him.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
And he was on this podcast like, I really don't like that part. And he's like, I love making the content, being in my garage, but like that part freaks.
But that's the thing, Like loads of people talk about the whole fame thing, and then that's when you then hear stories about how this person was rude, that person was rude, and it's like, well, when you're encroaching on their personal space, like you know what I mean. And some might say, but they're famous. Okay, then ask for it, but they are famous. They're the ones that have put content out. But at the same time, it's still human. Treat like a human.
Well, the thing is, you turn down opportunities as well, because when obviously I don't know the full story of how he become established from that first video, because the first video would have only got probably, I don't know how many views it would have got. I don't know what inspired him further to go, I want to continue this.
You know what? It's worth what he did a video. he did a video when I think it was maybe last year, and it was about his kind of story and about how he like made it from the start. It's a really good video actually. It's not a long one, but he goes through like how he started,
I think I've seen
how he
it shows
worked.
you, like clips of him in his car park and in the pub car park.
Yeah, because he worked at
Was it
an
an
Indian
Indian
restaurant.
restaurant?
Oh,
It was
really?
an old pub / Indian restaurant. So he worked there as a waiter, I think.
That's the same as Gymshark, you know. I didn't realise when he first started Gymshark, he was working either at, don't quote me, but it was either Domino's or Papa John's, and he started Gymshark on the side, and obviously the story, you know, went.
Now
from
look,
there.
he is the brand for gymwear.
Yeah.
Which is nuts.
I literally you
Competing
think of-
against Nike and
Yeah.
Adidas,
Just
like, you know.
crazy.
I remember we went to a body. What was it called? The Eddie Hall show thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
I
And like
remember.
Gymshark stand
I
had
remember.
a t-shirt cannon.
No
They were
way.
just firing like gym wear into the crowd.
That's meant. That is such a cool thing.
That's
to
a
do.
really good idea.
That's meant.
That's such a good idea. But say same as him. And that's where we go back to, like, for example, you're talking about my brand. Like, all these people inspire me. Whenever I go to events and shows and meet people, I always ask them, like, how was it for you? You know, to be where you are now with the cars that they've got.
To be fair, that when I kind of lost my words a little bit when I was talking about the fact that I kind of I admire the fact that you know so many people.
Yeah.
Like, and it's because you're just confident enough to just go talk to them. And the amount of name drops that you've randomly done, and not in a bad way where you purposely name drop and just be big, like literally you just be like, oh yeah, so I just had a conversation with so and so, the owner of blah blah. Wow, what the fuck? How are you mingling with these circles?
Yeah.
And it's just because you're like,
That's teaching.
I like your car. You like cars too. Let's talk, and I quite like that.
I think it's because there's no real secret to it. I am who I am, and I have to thank sort of my parents for it. You know, they've always been confident, and both my mum and my dad, and sort of as a family. I think I wouldn't say would you say I'm outgoing? You two know me better now. Like,
yeah.
like
People
Yeah.
come in here and just start talking.
so,
to you.
yeah.
You don't stop. I have to remind you.
I had to teach him earlier what the word modest meant because he's been using it wrong all this time.
I've been using yeah.
He kept saying, like,
My English
I'm
isn't
really
the
not
greatest,
modest.
like, you know.
I'm really not modest. I'm like, you cocky twat.
Trust me, I'm not like that. If you ever meet me and I say the wrong thing, don't take it the wrong way, because
And I was like,
that's
I
not
think
me.
you mean you are modest. And,
Yeah.
and you were like, oh yeah. What does that mean?
But I think naturally, I've always just sort of, I've been happy to talk to people, and you know, since I started my brand, I've just like that's what I enjoy. I think that's just talking to people. I like
Yeah, I get
connecting,
that.
and that's
Yeah.
what you know. That's what it's all about. It's like I do get fed up with sitting in front of a computer. A lot of the time with Spitfire, it's working on my website, working on social media. And I do get fed up, you know. It's true, but
I think we're the same. We couldn't do an office job. I've
Yeah.
tried it. Couldn't hack it.
yeah,
So, yeah. So I like to be a people person.
and that's it.
I get that.
And that's where I think that's why I make the most of it when I do meet these when I do meet these people, I see the opportunity and I'm like, I've got to make the most of this. And even if it doesn't work out, and it hasn't worked out for a lot of reasons, there's other people that I've met before who have a big following, and you know, I've lost them. You know, I have. It's true fact. And I think, you know, as we know, social media can play a big part in sort of this whole image, false image. And I think that's where, going back to the start, I want to try and be different. You know, I do want to sort of show the true side of what it takes to also build a brand. Don't get me wrong, on my social media, you see all these great cars and things like that. But I have always thought about, you know, showing people really what it's like and what I do. But it's also...
Like a bit more behind the scenes.
Yeah.
I get that.
Because I
get
think
that.
people will see that, you know, you become this like big brand, but actually it takes so much to grow.
Oh yeah.
Like, and that's
Yeah.
and that's the story that I get from all these people who have been successful, and that's why I like getting in with the people who have done it, because it's not because what they've got, but also it's their advice, it's their knowledge, it's like their story that feeds me to go, it's, you know, if they can do it, I can do it.
Yeah.
You know, and it drives passion.
Yeah.
But even before all of this, you know, again, there's been times where, you know, I thought about, do I want to start my own business, or do I want to go and fulfill my dreams in aviation, as you know?
Well, yeah, which you spoke about quite a lot.
Yeah, which I wanted to be a pilot, commercial
pilot. You
pilot.
kind of had a pilot on one hand, or
business.
Cars
On
the
another.
other. Yeah,
But it's
Yeah.
nice that I know sort of with what I want, because I think, you know, unfortunately, not everybody knows where they want to be.
It's true. And the thing is, you're young, and that's why I think that's why I admire it more. That you're young and you're like so driven.
Yeah, it is
He's
nice.
just a baby.
Yeah, he's just a baby.
Oh, are you 27 yet?
26.
He's still
He's a
26.
baby.
27 November.
Oh no! Oh yeah, we're talking.
So
about
soon. Yeah. But then to be really honest with you,
Yeah.
I'm going 26, 27, and I feel like I'm behind. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
we've had these conversations.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I do.
And then
I
look
do.
at you, and I'm like,
He's way far ahead.
you're way further.
Yeah.
than
But
I'm
I don't. But you see,
Yeah.
But I still think I've got so much to do within such a short amount of time. Not like get rich quick. I don't mean by doing anything by that. I mean like I've got you know, targets that I want to set for myself. There's things that I want to do in life. There's things that I want to, you know, and that's what I want to make the most of my time. That's what I'm saying, because
So obviously you've got this drive, but is there any particular thing that kind of gave you that drive, or have you been like that since you were
I've always
young?
I've always been competitive. So when I was young, I was well into sports.
Yeah.
So I used to play football, cricket, stuff like that, and I was always passionate about winning. I always wanted to win. I never liked it when I lost. I remember actually once I was with my dad. We did go-karting, and I remember he beat me, and it wound me up so much, and I couldn't bear to keep thinking about it, but he kept reminding me. And I used to like, you know, just like, damn, you know, yeah. And like, till this day, it's like, I still got to beat him, but it's not happened yet. And I want to go back to that.
How
Like,
old was you when you did that?
oh, we're talking some years.
He was a kid, like a little kid.
it must have been like, oh, God,
So you've not beat
6,
your dad
7 years.
since?
No.
Shit.
I'm not
Have you
beating my
done it
dad
many
since.
times? Have you been loads of times since though? Like,
No, to be fair, it's been a while since we've been back. We need to go back, but
you might beat him now.
we'll see.
That's
We'll
getting
see.
I think that's a sign. I think we need a little ATV
Rematch.
karting
Yeah, we
trip.
need to do it. We should do an ATV.
I think that needs to happen.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to join. Then. Yeah.
But
that'd be
no,
good.
so going back to it, with like sports and stuff like that, I was always really sort of competitive.
Yeah.
At school, I wasn't academically the greatest. I put my effort in, but I've always believed it's not, well, this is up to everyone's own opinion. You know, some people believe academia is, you know, a great thing.
I thought they were nuts.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, you said academia.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
macadamia nuts.
Education, yeah.
And I never felt like that's brilliant.
We're really sorry to anyone watching, because like there's been so many occasions where we've been having a good conversation, and all of a sudden,
Dad energy.
yeah.
Anyway.
And I never felt like much, and this is not like a sorry story or anything, but I never felt like much was going my way at school. Like I was never the best at revising. I never really took things in, and I was always pretty hands-on. And that's why I really enjoyed sport. But then with sport came along sort of the whole competitive side of me, because, you know, I always wanted to achieve, always wanted to win. But I've sort of like brought that along with me. But also I'm very fortunate with my family, from obviously my parents, again, because my dad, he's got his own business, and he's been an inspiration. My mum, who supported my dad along the way, you know, the amount of time and effort that they've put into, well, what they had to do to get where it is now, and also the people who my parents have met along the way, you know, and growing up around that, I think has driven me to, you know, I want to be that, and And I have to say, if I can share it with anybody else, I will, because me as an individual, I've always I want to help people, you know, I enjoy doing that. So again, it's something that I'd say that's probably come through my childhood, of growing up. But also as well, I get a buzz of self-achievement as well.
Yeah,
you know,
I get it.
I do.
I've noticed one thing with you. You don't, not that you don't take criticism well, you hate it.
Yeah.
As in,
I do.
Like, you absolutely hate it. As in, like, you're not that kind of person that'll get defensive. You'll be like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
majorly fucked up here. Like, why? Oh my God. Everything's wrong now.
I don't like doing something wrong. I feel like
I really want to beat you at go-karting there.
just to see my reaction.
I'll not let you.
Well, do you know, like FIFA and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, like playing on the Xbox.
You decent at
and
FIFA?
stuff. I used to have FIFA. I used to play FIFA like with my friends and stuff.
You're
after
decent
school.
at it?
Oh, I'm a decent. I was all right. Yeah. I wasn't too
Let's have a
bad.
game.
But like again, I never used to
Just want
lose in
to
at
keep
FIFA.
beating you. Just,
Yeah.
like, just for fun.
Especially when people used to like get a last minute winner, and I'm like, seriously, like you're really good at doing this to me.
You're the kid that threw the controller at the TV.
Oh no! I didn't do that. I didn't go that far.
I think all of us are quite competitive.
Yeah, I think so.
In one
I think
sense,
so.
'cause
Yeah, humanity.
that's why.
Yeah.
Well, no, sorry, not everyone in the world.
As
I
in
just mean
us.
like us three.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Because it's why we are doing what we're doing, isn't it? Like,
Yeah, yeah,
If
yeah.
we weren't, then yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
And it's
true.
not-
I'm majorly competitive.
They're not necessarily competitive with each other, but like you get annoyed if someone says something about a product or whatever.
Yeah.
Like if someone says something about like when I edit a video, like we had a few comments recently about certain things in the video, and I'm just like,
Hey,
Yeah.
listen, we're getting negative comments now. It's great.
well, yeah,
I
I
like
mean,
it.
yeah, it's a good thing in a way. Yeah.
Well, that's what they say.
Wow.
Like the algorithm, like on TikTok, Instagram, it actually doesn't matter because people are engaging.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
So and that's what it's all about. But you're right. I do get upset. I think as well. Like, say if someone says something about a product, like constructive criticism. Even that, well, yeah, I could say it offends me. Not in a bad way. It's because I'm, obviously as three perfectionists. We all want things to be right, and that's me.
It's the worst. Yeah, trust me, I've been there. The amount of times where someone will say, there was something
You don't know
that
what
you
to say,
missed,
do you?
Yeah.
or something like, and I'm like, shit, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, hold my hands up. That's the best thing you can do is hold your hands up and say, okay, yeah, I'll try and improve.
Yeah.
Take it as constructive criticism, because there's a lot of people that will get defensive, straight up defensive. No, it wasn't me, I didn't mess up. Or
I think it
there's nothing wrong
frustrates
with
me
this.
because I always look at it as like I've not helped that person. Because I like to help people, like, and that's what I said. I want people. The amount of times that I've given, like I've earned my own money and I've bought someone else something instead of myself, because I like to make sure not someone like I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I like to know other people are satisfied. Like, especially,
Yeah, he does.
I knew that was coming. I had to like really think about the words then, but I was like, Aaron's got this. Literally set it up, ready for the racket. But
It's because he's not modest. Sorry.
no.
If anyone's wondering why it got darker all of a sudden, our lights have just turned off.
Yeah.
To
On the
throw
side.
some over
Throw
there.
something that way. Yeah. Anyway, no matter.
But no, it's just one of those things. Like I've always wanted to make sure someone's got what they needed to make sure it's right.
Yeah.
Like that's the point I'm trying to get at. But I think I've learned as I've gone on further with the brand to sort of like obviously stiffen a bit of a backbone. And you be careful. You be careful.
He keeps just saying
Setting you up.
Oh,
He's talking about being a giver, and I searches for satisfaction. He's
you know where this is going, don't you?
he's stiffening. Anyway,
I think that'll come as you get older. Like,
Yeah.
not being a bit thicker skinned, maybe.
yeah, yeah, 100%.
Not always, but I think it will.
But it's a fine balance, isn't it? Because some people can be too thick-skinned, and not as in like they'll just believe that no,
Yeah,
it's fine, you're wrong.
Yeah, You don't wanna- you
there's
don't
a
wanna-
balance. You want to be able to take the criticism, but take it take it on the chin.
Yeah, no, and that with me is something that I've learned along the way. Like,
You can't please everyone.
No.
You can't.
No. And that's the thing. And also, sometimes I overthink.
Sometimes.
As you know.
Sometimes.
Most of the time.
Sometimes.
That's just me
I
telling
told
myself
you
that.
earlier. Literally, this happened earlier on. The phone call, which we spoke about, with shout out Dave, one of our customers. He's got a lovely RS6 that we worked on, and last time he was here, you were here, and we spoke to him about your products, and obviously he took away a couple of bits, and obviously me and him were chatting on the phone earlier because we've got his car coming back in for a few more bits. And he said, I said I would provide feedback on, certain products and whatever. And he came back with some feedback. But there was, obviously after speaking about it, me and him did decide there was actually quite a few variables that could have caused a certain issue. Yeah. And it was such a minor issue, but it was just something on that one particular thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, right, okay, try this next time.
Yeah.
And you probably won't have the same issue.
Yeah.
And I told you that. And all of a sudden, you were just literally for the next few hours, you're like, you need to tell him this, you need to tell him that, you need to tell him that, you need to try it with this, you need to try it with that. And I'm like, I already had, David.
Yeah.
It's fine. Yeah. And an hour later, but you need to.
It's still on your list.
It's still there.
Till this
You're
day.
still beating yourself up because.
I'll put it on my gravestone.
Yeah. But it's one of those. Everyone knows. I mean, the product, it's a glass cleaner.
Yeah.
And the trouble is with glass, everyone that's cleaned glass knows that it is a bitch to do.
Oh, 100%.
Until you know.
It's probably the most frustrating part of detailing is glass.
Yeah, 100% it is.
Yeah.
100%. Because anything can cause a little bit of smearing and that's it. It's like, terrible job.
Yeah.
And the thing is, there's not many people out there. I can imagine there's like 1% of, not even 1% of the world's population knows how to clean glass properly. And that is generally a detailer. But yeah, that's what it was. But you still, even though that product is so finicky and the product use is so finicky, you still beat yourself up so much.
Yeah. I think, and that's where like I'm starting to understand and learn, because especially, like being around you guys, you help me out with that, because you do say to me like, don't stress out, just chill, because and sometimes I have to get people, because I was saying this to you earlier, like I end up, when I'm not obviously helping you guys out, or I'm not somewhere else speaking to someone, obviously I'm in front of the computer, I'm on my own, I don't have someone there telling me to go calm down.
100%. When you're in there in your own head, it's hard because your mind will take you over there and then over there, and it's just like it's racing constantly because you're battling yourself constantly.
And that's it.
But then as soon as you have someone to reason with, that does help massively.
Yeah.
Like me and you do it. If something's bugging you, you'll tell me. And like if you sat on it for ages, it'll bug you further and further. And I'm exactly the same.
Having someone else there,
you can bounce.
Don't worry about that. Like.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
Not
100%.
necessarily like a. We're talking about like problems with jobs, aren't we? Like, you don't need to do any more with that. That's fine. Like, what will be?
Yeah.
It's difficult, isn't it? It's difficult.
It's hard. It's hard.
It's good because I've always wanted. I like to get that story out there, because at the end of the day, it like I say, social media masks a lot. It looks like it's plain sailing, which it isn't.
Yeah.
But you know what? One thing coming to this conversation is I enjoy the process. It's difficult. It's hard. I've had my ups. I've had my downs. But I do enjoy the process because at the end of the day, like I say, the reason what keeps me also motivated is meeting all these people as well. It's like, well, you guys as well, seeing what you've done, coming from your old unit, as you were talking about what you used to have, to having a facility like this is a huge leap.
Have you seen pictures of the old unit? Have you seen?
You showed me a video, one of the first videos, Aaron's.
Just like decorated and like.
Oh, when I first moved there, yeah.
If you went and saw it now.
I know. Go back further. My garage.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Garage.
like, look,
that was the originator.
It's the OG.
Even though I don't think I've ever shown you pictures.
No, I need to see those.
Yeah, the old garage. I had one cupboard which just had ATD stickers all over it. Do you remember
Have
that?
you still got it? Or has it gone?
No, it's long gone.
Oh.
It's long gone. But yeah, I had one cupboard up top with ATD stickers all over it. This is going back to like...
Didn't you have some ATD
2000.
tape? Or was it just stickers?
No, stickers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just you put them on that much.
Yeah, I put loads on.
It
Loads.
looked like
It was like
excessive amount.
It was like wallpapers. I was like, well, I hold all my products. The products at the bottom, which had, cupboard at the bottom, which had all my like buckets and blah blah. This is going back to 2009-ish, 2008, 2009, roughly. And yeah, that was the original ATD. Long,
But,
yeah,
Like,
long.
you know, when you actually look back at that, like yourself, who's developed this brand through over the years to where you are today.
Yeah, I get that.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. You do have to look back at where you were, like even when it does get tough. Because to be honest, I do it. The amount of conversations, like if P ever watches this, the amount of conversations I have with her, I'm just like, may as well just give up now. Just give up, just get a 9-to-5 job. I'm just done with it. I'm done with it.
Yeah,
Can't be asked.
It'd be a lot easier, wouldn't it?
It's different. Yeah, it's different, isn't it? It's different. I think that's what a lot of people don't realise. Like owning your own business, it's 24 hour. It is 24/7.
This conversation has got a really strong connection. This seems to be like, you know,
we're getting quite deep. Aren't
deep,
we?
I told you I want to make them cry. But
sorry,
No, guys.
sorry.
I know what you're doing there. Yeah, also, for anyone who doesn't know, David says sorry a lot.
a hell of a lot.
I mean, I say
You might notice
I
it.
say sorry quite a bit, but not as much as you do.
I mean, he joked around saying it then purposely, but we've not
I'm
had a
surprised you've
counter.
not said it already, actually.
He might have. We might have just missed it.
Maybe, I'll have to look back.
Yeah.
I have to get some like AI software that can count.
Sorry.
Just
Yeah.
picks up the
Sorry.
sorries.
I'm gonna have to change it
Sorry.
to I apologise.
Yeah. No, that's too
Just
full.
don't say it.
Yeah, don't
Stop
say
saying
it.
sorry.
Sorry.
I mean, it's great. You're super polite, but you will say sorry about.
You ever seen Finding Nemo when all the seagulls go mine? Sorry.
I do think that's quite a British thing to say sorry, though. Well,
It is, yeah.
say
but-
sorry for like the littlest things, like if you're walking past someone
sorry.
in the street, yeah, and all you have to do is just go like that slightly.
I,
so you don't
yeah,
brush
to be
shoulders
honest,
with them.
I
You're like,
do
sorry.
that. Yeah,
I think it's just
Also,
because I think I look at it as a way. I know it's over obsessively saying sorry, but I look at it as
Probably
just
is just a bad habit.
it's just manners.
Well, it is that. It's manners turned into a bit of a habit, I think.
yeah. You. It's one of the. It's like British culture is being like very.
Yeah, we have. Well, not everyone, but
Yeah.
It's
a lot of people have
overly
manners,
polite.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
being overly polite. There's manners and there's just being overly polite, and that's like
I'm
British
in that
people will
category.
queue.
No, I think I
Queue
say thank
everywhere.
you quite a lot. I'm sure I do.
Yeah, I'm like, sorry. Oh, thank you. You're right. Yep. That is literally my vocab. That is most of my vocab. But yeah, it's like you go abroad. Like, we queue a lot in this country.
I
And,
don't.
no, neither do
I think I
I.
don't do.
Well, I know. I hate queuing.
In fact, the other day, where were we? We were coming up to an island somewhere, and there was a massive queue.
I was literally about to say
There's a
traffic
massive
queues.
queue to go left, and I was like, I'm not sitting in this.
So
And
did you do the slingshot?
I went in the right. Oh yeah, it was the bottom of Stenson Road. I went in
Slingshot.
the right hand lane because there was no one there. Straight down to the bottom, and I mean they were queuing for like what would have been like 5 minutes or
Yeah.
so. Straight in the right hand lane, straight down to the roundabout. Round the roundabout because Sarah was looking at me like, "What are you doing?"
There you go.
And I went round, and as I was going round, I was like, "Slingshot!" And then I came off the
Slingshot
island,
manoeuvred.
and I got all these cars. They were almost like I could feel them looking at me like, "What did you just do?" I said to Sarah, I was
See,
like, that turned you on a little bit, didn't it?
Yeah. You know what? You know the funny thing, you know, any
James
time,
Bond.
you know, if I see someone do something, let's say if I'm with P or whatever, and they'll do that, in the moment I'll be like, fucking dickhead.
Oh, it's
And
someone
then
else's.
straight away I'm like, you know, actually, fair play.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair play.
Skip
You
it.
did me
Like we
over.
didn't think
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, and I'm like, Damn it.
And it's technically not illegal either. Like,
It's like
Oh, no, it's not. It's a loophole.
yeah, it's a loophole. Yeah,
It's quite
exactly.
literally a loophole.
it's like if you're watching a video on YouTube and that section or whatever you find boring, do you stay to watch it? You just tend to skip it. I do. I, like, you know, if I ever watch something and I find it quite boring, I'm like, no, just skip to the next part.
I'm wondering how we got.
Are you talking
from
about porn?
accused? How did we get
It sounds like you've
talking
done
about
it.
accused to
I'm talking about, I'm just like, obviously skipping.
oh,
And like,
that's such a random switch.
yeah, sorry, that's it. It's a switch up, right?
British people love a queue. When I'm watching YouTube videos.
Sorry, take that out of the video. Yeah, take that out.
No, what do you mean? As long as you don't say anything deflammatory, I'll leave it in.
What did you just say?
I meant to say defamatory.
Yeah,
I think
inflammatory,
I think I
didn't
said
you?
deflammatory.
That's what you
So
said.
which one is it? Is it
Defamatory.
is it
Oh,
defam or deflam?
Have we just
I don't
forgotten
know.
the English language in
I
this
think
podcast?
it's defam. I think I said it right.
Defam, yeah. You said flammatory.
I think what I like is within this podcast, I don't feel out of place.
No.
No, because
good.
I think
Yeah,
knowing you
You think
two,
you should?
this is what it's always like. So when I'm working for you guys,
Probably worse.
it's
trying
actually
to be
a lot
I'm
worse.
toning it down. His parents might be watching.
You know how we say like about being you in front of the camera? Aaron's nothing like this.
I just realised I didn't moisturise my knees. So I look alright still. And I've got my Crocs
I've
on.
not cleaned mine or anything like.
No one dissed my Crocs. They're half chewed by Stan. And they're not even real Crocs. F&F specials. £7. Oh, my knees are so...
I think
like,
we like
I got
to try
silver
and,
paint in that knee.
we like to try and get the best out of people, don't we, when we do it? Well, not the best,
I'm about to say,
but the most honest side of someone,
yeah, yeah.
which is what we try and do. And I think that, even though we've got 3 cameras and 3 microphones, I think we do, you know, we try not to put the pressure
That's
on
what I
it.
like
Feel
about it.
comfortable.
It's long form conversation, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
everyone's always going for snippets. And well, you've spoke about it before, like trying to. You've been recording a video of yourself, and you're like, god damn it, and then you go again and again and again. But then like that's because you're trying to make something catchy for short,
Yeah.
like attention span almost. Whereas like with this, you can just. So we like podcasts.
Yeah, no,
you
it's
can
good.
just
Chill.
chat absolute crap, and people will listen.
What we got? We gone from
Wow.
what we got? Beer to Aventador to Matt Armstrong to.
And now we're going to talk about your
skipping.
favourite conspiracies.
Or conspiracies. Right, let's talk about conspiracies. What do we know?
No, actually, no, scrap that. Let's talk about something you love. And to be honest, a lot of people watching might, because they do kind of go hand in hand. Aviation.
Yeah, no, I do.
Because it's like engineering, nerds.
Okay.
Well, I suppose
You
if you
like
like
engines.
cars,
Yeah, yeah.
yours.
No,
I
you
thought you
like
meant
aviation.
like detailing.
Oh, no.
I go
no,
up to
no.
so I do a lot of plane spotting. I go up to East Midlands Airport a lot because there's some actually really nice walks around there. Because obviously Pepper, the
That was so out of context for
no,
anyone.
no, oh, is that- does they not know who Pepper is? I thought they know who Pepper is.
It's like, Castle Donington, like, there's a lot of walks, because, Pepper.
Sorry, I thought the audience might already know who Pepper
I
is.
know she is. She's
Some will, yeah, some will.
Yeah.
Well, if not many people know, Pepper is Gareth's new dog. So, but anyway, back to just put it into context.
stop
I mean,
you off.
You go and walk around.
You go and walk.
yeah, so
Do
we
you
go
actually
on.
go walking around Donington? Or do you just...
No, I go around the airport and stuff because there's
Oh,
actually
okay.
it's
I
got
was gonna say, like-
it's called the Cloud Trail. So
Oh,
you
yeah,
can
yeah.
walk around the Cloud Trail and,
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
and you can actually go around the perimeter.
I looked at doing that
Yeah.
recently.
Yeah.
I didn't. For some reason, I didn't. But yeah,
But no, it's good because, like I say, I'm into aviation, but you can go on some really nice walks. You have to be careful because everyone leaves dog shit around. So like
it's not
no one ever picks up. No, but like, it's bad because people don't pick up after themselves.
It's disgusting.
What kind
Yeah,
of doesn't
that's
make
my
sense
pet
is that
hate.
you're talking to me about like going around the airport. It's like, why are they talking? Because I live in Castle Donington. That's just
Oh
for
yeah, I
con-
forgot
just
you
for
live in Castle
context.
Donington. Yeah,
No, because you were like Pepper. You didn't go Stan.
yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I'm still waiting to meet So you got Stan and who's
Pablo.
Pablo?
Yeah.
You've
My
met
man.
Pablo?
No, he
No,
hasn't.
I haven't.
I thought you had.
Still waiting to meet Pablo.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Anyway, before
Every time Pete
Anyway.
comes out,
Yeah.
she's never.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
So I do, yeah. So I like to go aviation spotting. One of the things I said was instead of doing what I do now is to be a commercial pilot, and behind all of that is sort of wanted to travel as well. But I like what comes along with sort of flying with aviation, but because I like to split up sort of my leisure lifestyle with my business, I find it's a great place to sort of go and sort of free my head a bit.
Escape.
Yeah, escape, because it's there's something just therapeutic, and especially the aviation world is growing massively. Like I remember I'd be so scared to tell people I like planes.
Well,
It sounds.
You didn't want to tell me that you played flight simulator, did you?
You kind of whispered.
Yeah.
I was like, I play flight simulator.
Yeah.
I was like, why are you ashamed of that?
No, I know, and that's the thing. And people, I don't know if people who are watching this probably will think the
There's
same.
a
They'll
ton of
probably-
people.
Yeah.
I think the thing is, there is that stigma because going back to school when we were kids and stuff like that, it wouldn't be who would sit there playing flight simulator.
Yeah.
You'd have to be a right nerd to do that, do you know what I mean? But in that, I feel like as we get older, that kind of sticks with us until
it does,
you start meeting like-minded people
Yeah.
who then we're adults and we just like
Yeah, you
this thing.
realise as you get older that people those kinds of people don't do very. The people that used to take the piss out of you don't do very well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you stop.
And I think that's the
but
thing.
it does stick with you, like you say.
Not everyone admits, not everyone wants to admit what they have a hobby in either, because they're afraid that someone's going to judge them. And I have to say, that was me at some point ago, but now seeing how aviation's also grown, the amount of people, a bit like car spotters, aviation spotters, they've grown massively. And that's because more people are becoming open to
because the thought of plane spotting, train spotting, and whatever else, it just baffled me. I mean, to be fair, don't hate me, but train spotting still kind of does baffle me.
But look at Francis.
Francis, what a legend.
Yeah.
But he's made some of it. But plane spotting, because to be honest, I think I find plane spotting more fascinating because I have been fascinated by planes ever since I was a kid. Because it's this machine.
They're cooler, aren't they?
Yeah.
There's something cool about a plane. But never would I have thought it'd be so normal. I saw a video the other day because there's a place in Wales somewhere. It's something Loop.
Oh, Mac Loop.
Mac Loop, yeah.
Oh, my brother's there all the time.
Yeah, that. The thought of it beforehand would have been why would you want to do that?
Yeah.
But then it's now I'm seeing videos of people going up there and I'm like, holy shit, that's incredible.
They're eye level with a jet.
Yeah, which is mental.
Honestly, it's
and I
insane.
said to you, didn't I, when I was in Wales last time, a couple of months ago, we saw the red arrows fly right over us. And I'm sure it was a B-52 bomber.
Okay.
I'm sure it was.
Yeah.
But I was driving
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
came straight over.
right.
Literally the first thing I felt and heard was as I'm driving down, I think, was it the A5? And then just feel this rumble and all of a sudden straight up of us. I'm like, oh my God, Pete, look! And she's like, what a look! Yeah, it was mental.
I think what
But,
amazes me is you saying that, but also, they load these aircraft to the maximum. They'll put them when say for a 747 or a B-52, they're two different aircraft. Obviously, the B-52 carries military personnel. The 747 is cargo, carrying freighter cargo, but it's the sheer weight that they put on these aircraft, the stress.
Well, like the Antonovs, when you think, how is that going to
how is that?
Yeah,
get to the
how's it
end of the
possible?
runway and then lift?
Yeah.
With lorries on it.
Yeah. It's fascinating.
But
Or you even get them. There was a plane I took a video of when I was in Italy. I was at Pompeii. So I showed it to you, and you said, "Oh, hang on, that's a fire plane. What are they called?
What plane?
A fire plane.
they pick up the
ones
water.
that pick up the water.
Yeah.
Again, that fascinates me. The fact that a plane just not hovers, but basically skims the water, picking it all up, and then
Takes it and
just
drops it.
for forest fires and stuff. Mental.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Mental.
Yeah.
Yeah, flying is crazy.
But
you've actually flown as well, haven't you? You've had a flight
yeah, I've
lesson.
had my first flying lesson. I want to continue. Yeah, it was really good. Honestly, I was shaking.
when?
I was shaking.
When?
Oh, when? Oh, sorry. I already said how was it? Sorry. That's my hearing.
Is it fairly recent?
No, I'd say it's about, when was it? It must have been about a year ago now. It's just, I've not had the time to do it because of the business
Yeah,
and stuff. And it also can become expensive. Roughly, I think it's about £150 an hour. Which, don't get me wrong, that probably isn't that bad considering.
That's not as much as
You
I
think
thought
it's gonna be
it'd
more,
be.
don't you?
Yeah, you do think it's going to be
Yeah.
more.
But then think how many hours you probably need to get your license.
Yeah.
Exactly.
yeah,
They roughly say by the time you finish, don't quote me on this, but what I've heard is roughly you get about 10 grand, and potentially obviously
You
could be
get
more.
10 grand.
No. It could
Oh, it
cost.
was
Sorry.
fine.
Yeah,
Sorry,
cost.
yeah.
It could cost as much as
was gonna say.
£10,000. But this is
How many hours do you reckon? What does that work out? I'm trying to work that out in my head now.
well, I'm not entirely sure. I don't know the
Would that be
full
like
sort of
1,000
process.
flying hours or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. But obviously, you then will get, once you've gone through your training, then you have to do like a test, which is your solo, where basically you've learned everything that you've learned through training. Bit like you taking
Your driving license, yeah.
getting your driving license. You know, you have to get out on the road with an instructor, learn about obviously everything that goes on, and then when it comes to your test, obviously it's a little bit different. You've got someone who examines you. Actually, when you're in a plane, obviously in a little Cessna, you sort of left to yourself to navigate the skies, which. Yeah, but obviously, you know...
So, commercial pilots, do you have to start in something like a Cessna?
Yeah, so it depends. So obviously you can start by getting your, sort of like build up your private hours, you get your private pilot's
Some
license.
people get sponsored, don't they?
Yeah, so for example, TUI, British Airways, Jet2, they're doing sponsorships at the moment where they pay for your training, which is an amazing opportunity. You can, if you get selected, obviously, the most recent one, there's been thousands of applications within British Airways. Honestly, it's obscene, but obviously to be a pilot, it's over hundreds of thousands of pounds training out of your own pocket. So that's why it puts a lot of people off, and that's why there's actually a shortage of pilots as well. But they give you an amazing opportunity if you obviously pass all your aptitude tests, etc., and you can either go and train 6 months here in the UK alongside, they'll send you off to Spain, or you can go to America and go and get your hours out there, because it's obviously through the seasonal side of it. I don't know obviously the full story into it, and I don't want to make assumptions, but that's what I know so far. And it's so intense, I've had a go myself. I had a go at the British Airways one and the Jet2 one.
The application.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and funny enough,
about that.
I passed the first sort of like the first step. There's obviously lots of different steps. The one that I struggled on the most was they put like puzzles together. And when they put all these puzzles together, you have a certain time frame to do it, but you have to be so quick. Like your thinking has to be, on top.
You need to be able to work out when you're in the air. You might need to work out how far away something is and how fast you're going. So what does that like?
And if you're in a situation, you need to be cool, calm. You need to make sure that you're taking the correct procedure, because you can't just be someone.
You can't have a panic attack while flying a plane.
Yeah.
So yeah, they need
I
to
imagine you need maths and physics maybe as like.
Yeah, so funny enough, I remember actually what sort of woke me up a little bit. When I left school, I obviously didn't get the grades that I really wanted. I resat a few of them, like my maths and my English, where I now got C's and stuff like that. But when I was at school, I sort of lost belief in myself to be a pilot, because I thought, it's the grade system.
Very academic.
Yeah, and my academias didn't quite keep the motive. But so I lost like sort of a bit of hope in it, and I thought, well, what sort of other paths can I take? And obviously I was trying to obviously navigate my life to where I wanted to go. And then I don't know what made me do it. I contacted one of the training centres and I said, what does it take to like become a pilot? And I was like, look, I've only got this and this. And they sort of said to me, not that it doesn't matter, it does matter. But also, a lot of it, I think, comes down to financial backing. I think if you've got the money, if you're prepared to spend the money and you've got the money to do it, then, you know, you've got a chance.
Do you reckon that'll ever change in the aviation world?
I'm not sure. I can't tell you, because obviously the aviation world is also changing quite quickly as well, alongside AI and stuff.
I think
like
anything that's like takes a lot to because it's so difficult to get into. It's always going to be expensive, like because
Yeah,
they want
but
to filter
you know
out.
how
Yeah.
like going to university was like it was a very specialist thing. You
Prestigious.
needed prestigious,
Yeah.
You needed the money and you needed to be good at what you do to be able to go. And like obviously over the years now it's become
Everyone does it.
it's available. Anyone can do it.
But when you're
will
dealing
that
with,
ever
but when
happen
you're dealing, I
to?
think when you're dealing with something that there's so much safety, so many safety
Yeah,
precautions.
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
to
yeah.
flying.
Oh, yeah.
You can't. You can go to uni and drop out and do shit. You can't drop out of being a pilot like whilst you're in midair. You know what I mean?
Well, you know,
Yeah, I
the
suppose.
the
It's gotta
biggest,
filter out.
Yeah, I suppose.
the biggest story is actually what I was going to get onto is Sully. Have you ever seen the film?
Oh, yeah.
On the Hudson River,
Where he does the
Oh, yeah,
where the
yeah.
plane, where he takes off, and
What's the
it's
film called, sorry?
Sully.
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 Yeah,
Tom Hanks.
it's a really good
Oh,
film.
Yeah.
Good,
I didn't realize
very
it
good
And it
film.
talks about obviously him as a pilot and how he was accused for obviously landing the plane on the Hudson River and why he couldn't make it back to the runway.
Yeah.
But he mathematically calculated
Wasn't
in his
it?
head
Yeah.
that if he was going to try and attempt to go back to the airport, he would have gone in. He would have fallen short, and he would have
He'd have hit buildings.
Yeah, he would have hit buildings,
Yeah.
killed people. But he
Is that the one where he flipped?
No, he didn't flip.
No, he didn't flip,
He landed
no.
it normally, didn't he? I know which one.
What am I
not sure.
I
thinking?
know
of.
what you're thinking of. I just can't remember.
snakes on a plane.
No, what film? Is it not Sully?
This motherfucker.
I'm sure there's another. Oh man, what is the film?
I'm not sure.
Plane that
Did he not? Did he not like?
thinking of that like Icelandic flight not long ago or whatever.
No, but I'm sure he like. I'm sure it's in Sully.
No, he lands
Did he
it.
not?
He lands it
No,
like
no,
that.
he land. No. But before that, he like flies the plane upside down or something.
Everyone's just like
Anti-gravity.
looking falling everywhere.
You know
No,
what?
it's not
Zero
like-
You two
gravity.
Carry on.
It's
Yeah,
not that.
he's going to have a look now. But
Um,
that honestly, and that sort of proves the whole
plane film?
attitude.
You're gonna hear it on the microphone. Just type it.
What plane film does the plane fly upside down?
Is that actually going to work that out through
Chitty
that?
chitty bang bang.
Oh, there was a film. It was Denzel Washington.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
The film titled Flight.
Oh, okay, no, I'm not
Yeah,
seeing
he
that.
flies the plane upside down. Sorry, yeah, it wasn't Sully. It was a good film, that. It was a good film, I remember.
I'll have to look at that.
Yeah, he's an alcoholic airline pilot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a good film, very good film. It's Denzel. Of course it's
Just
good.
before I forget, have you ever seen a film called American Made?
You know what? My dad told me to watch that.
You
I
should
haven't,
watch it.
but I'm
Me and
not.
Sarah watched it a couple of weeks ago.
Is it the guy who gets the drugs on the plane
Yeah,
and drops it off in the sea?
Yeah. He doesn't drop it in the sea.
Is it-
He drops it on. He drops it in like these swamps.
Yes,
in
for Pablo
somewhere in
Escobar in Colombia.
Yeah.
Oh, Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was telling you about it.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
I've not seen it. No.
It's
I know,
meant to be
I know the
really
film.
good.
Really good
I
film.
know
It's
the
really
film.
good. Yeah.
Because he moved drugs for the cartel, didn't he?
Well, yeah.
It's a true story, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh.
He got caught in the end, though, didn't he? In real life, I think
But
he got caught.
he got
No, he
caught,
didn't
but he
get
gave
caught.
information.
It wasn't
So-
that he got caught. So he was. There was a long story to it, but in the film, it wasn't quite as smooth as this. But in the film, he was smuggling Cuban cigars from Cuba,
Yes, that's what I heard.
and the CIA found out and were like, "Oh, if you don't want to go to prison, you'll do this for us." In real life, he was actually doing way more than that.
Right.
Yeah.
He was doing like a lot of smuggling of other stuff, like other drugs. Not for anyone like well known, not Pablo Escobar or anything like that, but he was just doing a lot of stuff he shouldn't have been, and the CIA found out about it and gave him an ultimatum. Because if it was just cigars, like he'd have been like, "I'm not helping you, just give me a fine or whatever." But yeah, then he ends up. The CIA basically say like, "You got to do this for us." So he starts taking photos of like things that are going on in South America. I can't remember what it's like to do with Iran Contra.
Also, he goes undercover, really. after.
Yeah,
He's an informant.
Yeah.
isn't
And then what
CIA
happens is
informant.
he starts picking up drugs for people, and the CIA know that he's doing it for Pablo Escobar, and they just say basically, "We're not going to take the money off you, but we didn't know you did this." Basically,
Wow.
you get our pictures. That's all we care about.
What do you got?
And
The thing is, there's a lot of that exists. Epstein.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the CIA are willing. Well, a lot of government people in America are willing to turn a blind eye if they can get.
I think it's just America.
Swept
No,
under the
but I feel
carpet.
like
Just a
I
bit
feel
more
like it's
obvious
more,
about
yeah.
it. Yeah, they just like to get their fingers in many pies.
Yeah. No, but then there's a lot of countries where like they wouldn't be bothered about getting information on things. They'd just go after the person with no evidence. Whereas in America, they're like, we need evidence. We'll just get it in a court.
Yeah, I suppose.
Whereas if the same thing was going on in like Thailand, they'd just go after the person.
I don't think that's anything
Oh
new.
yeah, we've heard that you're selling drugs. We'll just come and get you.
I don't think that's anything new around the world in some respects, though, because I think they're all the same. It was very much like Lockerbie, and obviously that
they covered it up.
and they're covering it up. Well, because they
See, I didn't know about that until I watched the show.
yeah. But well, at the start, obviously. The tickets were normally sell out,
Yeah.
you know, on
Especially
the Jumbo Jet
Christmas.
747.
At Christmas. As
Christmas, yeah, and it was his daughter who managed to get a flight over to America, but for some reason, loads of tickets were available because a lot of the people who were meant to be on the flight were warned that potentially there was a bomb.
Well. There was a threat.
There was a threat.
People were warned. Oh, I didn't know this.
Not
Yeah.
See, I've
warned,
not
like-
watched.
No,
I
not
know
warned.
about
It-
the disaster, but I don't know
It
everything
wasn't
about
as
it.
like obvious as that.
No,
Was it?
no.
It was like there's this.
There was talk.
There's a high threat at this. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like.
It was the Germans. The Germans knew that there was a series, there was a cases of, you know, like the old radios, like the ones that you pull out, like the box. I don't know what they were called.
Wireless radios.
Yeah, and they were actually like obviously turning them into explosives. And the Germans were catching them, like, you know, going into the houses, finding that they were running these projects, and they sort of caught like
word got out. That,
Yeah, word got out.
A lot of these bombs have been appearing on planes recently, and then obviously people that knew about that.
But the flight, obviously,
It wasn't like the elite were the ones that were told
no,
don't go on the plane.
Yeah.
It was just a lot of people knew not. to.
That's
Like,
mad.
because it went
dangerous.
because they knew, because the flight before it was going to fly back to, I think it was New York. Was it New York?
Yeah, from
They obviously
London
they
to
started the flight actually started at Frankfurt. It
Yeah.
was in Germany, and then it flew to
There was that
Heathrow,
container that did someone tamper with it? Or
Yeah.
something like that?
and it got the obviously luggage and stuff got swapped over, and or added. But when it got to Heathrow is when obviously the bomb was put on board. And obviously, as they departed, they were up to the top of Lockerbie, Scotland, and over the north of Scotland.
Was it on a timer?
Sorry,
Was it on a timer?
Must have been.
I'm not sure. I think
sure
it,
it
yeah.
Must have been.
And then obviously the tragedy happened where, well, obviously
Because it blew up mid-air, didn't it?
Yeah,
That
yeah.
one.
It was
yeah.
either a
It's
timer or
tragic.
an altitude sensor. I think it was a timer though.
Can't imagine it being
It's one of the
remote or anything
series-
like
That
that,
wasn't
especially back
remote,
then.
It's one of the series that gripped me next to like Chernobyl.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
based on a
like
true
Chernobyl.
story.
It's actually like Chernobyl as well.
Yeah, you said that when you first watched it. I need that. It's on my list to watch. I've not watched
There's
it yet.
nothing happy about it.
No,
It's bleak.
Yeah, it's bleak.
It's one of
But
those
you know what
shows where you need a emotional
Hot
shower.
afterwards.
Yeah.
It's an emotional shower. I always put on like a comedy show or something just to make myself like. So, whew, yeah, I needed that.
settle
I
yourself.
needed that. Yeah. No, that's on my list.
But it's fascinating. Like like you say, it is bleak, and it's one of those where you know it's hard to watch. But
But it's true. It
It's
has
true,
to be. It's interesting. Yeah, 100%. 100%. I like anything informative like that. The amount of times I'll say it to my missus, "Oh, let's watch this." "Oh, I don't want to watch something depressing." I'm like, "Yeah, but it happened. It's real. Like it's real life. Like we need to know."
I'll
these
watch
things.
anything bleak apart from like I don't like watching stuff about dogs because I know I'm going to get upset and I don't want to get upset.
yeah.
Sometimes
Wait,
I
I
like
don't
to
get
get.
upset about humans dying.
Yeah,
I'm
true.
like, oh, that's really bad, and then a dog dies. I'm like,
Here comes the tears.
yeah,
But sometimes I like to watch them because I like to just like feel
I
emotion.
don't want to feel.
Sometimes I like just want to cry. Do you know what I mean?
Don't we? We're all
Is that
human
what
at the end of the day.
Yeah.
No one can deny it unless you're big and hard.
By the way, do you still need to leave at half past?
Yeah, and I really need a wee.
Right, should we wrap up?
Yeah.
How
Wrap
would you like
up.
how would you like to wrap up, Aaron?
Does that
bloody
finish our euphemism of the whole
So
series?
we also, one thing we've not mentioned about David is he can rap.
Can I?
Bit of lyric.
No, you know what
No,
we
I'm
did.
joking.
You know what we did say on.
We did,
on
yeah.
our last, what? We did what?
I just remembered we did say we were going to have a new segment.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know
really?
Yeah. So on the last podcast we had Mark Averill on, and we said, "What are your tips as a photographer? Like one top tip. What would you know?" Well, no, you asked specifically, didn't you?
For
Like,
photography, yeah.
like, what's the best way to take a photo on a like iPhone or whatever? Obviously, we can't ask you that question, but
If you could give one piece of advice to because like you are the younger generation, so anyone